Amazon just greenlit a show called The Has-Been Hotel, where Satan is portrayed in their story as being a victim.
Once upon a time, there was a glowing city protected by golden gates, known as heaven. It was ruled by beings of pure light, angels that worshipped good and shielded all from evil.
Okay.
Lucifer was one of these angels. He was a dreamer with fantastical ideas for all of creation, but he was seen as a troublemaker by the elders of heaven, for they felt his way.
The elders of heaven? So the Father, Son, Holy Spirit they're now considered the elders of heaven. You can say any demon's name, but you can't say the name of God. I mean, maybe it's because they want to avoid another Benghazi, for those of you guys who know how Hillary Clinton said that started.
So the statement you sent out was a statement on Benghazi, and you say vicious behavior as a response to inflammatory material on the internet. If that's not pointing as the motive of being a video, I don't know what is. And that's certainly how the American people saw it.
Anyway, let's go on.
Way of thinking was dangerous to the order of their world. So he watched as the angels began to expand the universe in their ways. From the dust of earth, they created Adam and Lilith, equals as the first of mankind.
I know. You expected to hear Adam and Eve. So let's talk about Lilith. Lilith is mentioned in Jewish folklore, but the Bible mentions the Lilith only once, as a dweller in wasted places, Isaiah 34:14, but the characterization of the Lilith, or the Lily, in the singular or plural, as a seducer or slayer of children has a long prehistory in ancient Babylonian religion. J.A. Skurlock writes, the Lilu demons and their female counterparts, Lilitu, or Ardat, lily demons, were hungry for victims because they had once been human. They were the spirits of young men and women who had themselves died young. These demons slipped through the windows into people's houses looking for victims to take the place of husbands and wives whom they themselves never had. Makes sense. Another related demoness was Lamashtu, who threatened newborn babies and had a disagreeable taste for human flesh and blood. The figures of Lamashtu and Lilu and Lilitu demons eventually converged to form one type of evil figure that seduced men and women and attacked children. Let's get back to the video.
Mankind, but despite this, Adam demanded control, and Lilith refused to submit to his will. She fled the garden. Drawn in by her fierce independence, Lucifer found her, and the two rebellious dreamers fell deeply in love together.
Fell deeply in love. Okay. God is love. I'm gonna leave it at that.
They wished to share the magic of free will with humanity, offering the fruit of knowledge to Adam's new bride, Eve.
Hang on. So they're saying that Satan is the one that wanted man to have free will, not God. Satan just wanted you to be your true self.
Who gladly accepted. But this gift came with a curse, for with this single act of disobedience, evil finally found its way into earth. With it, a new realm of darkness and sin, and the order heaven had worked to maintain was shattered. As punishment for their reckless act, heaven cast Lucifer and his love into the dark pit he had created, never allowing him to see the good that came from humanity, only the cruel and the wicked.
That's all Satan wanted, was to see the
Lucifer
good.
lost his will to dream. But Lilith thrived, empowering demonkind with her voice and her songs, and as the numbers of hell grew, so did its power. Threatened by this, heaven made a truly heartless decision.
Threatened by
Every
this,
year, they would send
heaven
out
made a
an
truly...
army, an extermination, to ensure hell and its sinners could never rise against them. But Lilith's hope remained, and her dream was passed down to their precious daughter, the princess.
Daughter, hang on a
hell.
second. Is the foundation of being able to have a child being Satan being a man and Lilith being a woman, that if you put those two together that you can create a child, but you can't outside of that? That's not what I expected. Now, I don't know if Saul Alinsky is the creator of this show, or the creators read the book Rules for Radicals, or just believe and support it. In one epigraph in Rules for Radicals, Saul Alinsky wrote, lest we forget at least an over-the-shoulder acknowledgement to the very first radical. This is an acknowledgement to Satan in his book Rules for Radicals. From all our legends, mythology, and history, and who is to know where mythology leaves off and where history begins, or which is which? The first radical known to man who rebelled against the establishment and did it so effectively that he at least won his own kingdom. Lucifer. Are you surprised by this? I'm not.
Will you be my alibi? Or I could blame it on the